which is sometimes less fine than others. So sometimes it doesn't matter when like one person, when whoever added it is a mod of the leaderboard, and then sometimes it does make a bit of a difference. Whoops. Obviously didn't mean to do that, but whatever. Hey Desu, how's it going? Thanks for good luck. It's good to hear. I'm doing well, thanks. How many runs have I done today? I think I've done 2 any% runs, and this is my second marriage run. And I did actually get a PB in any% as well. So the second any% run I did was a PB by, I think it was 5.5 minutes. So it was quite a good run. Thanks. Funnily enough, I think the thing I don't actually particularly like about the marriage run is that like the first it is probably that like the first half of it is just so similar to any percent. Because it's like once you get past that halfway point, I say like definitely once you get out of spring, but probably once you get past Flower Festival, that's when like it becomes a different run, which is always nice. Like I definitely don't have any problems with with like the first part of any percent, but it's just kind of like when you run any percent and it's like okay, different category, but the first half of it is the first part of any percent is a bit that sucks a bit of a shame. Still a good run though, it's just I kind of prefer it when it's not any percent. Although actually that's quite funny because I was just saying how it's similar to any percent, and then one of the first major differences is you don't actually go out on spring 2 in the marriage run, whereas you do on any percent. Wasn't sure whether that was close enough to get the attention of that fish. Alright, this better be a fish I can use. I don't think it is. No. Oh no, it does need to release it if it's a dace. I wanted to keep it to see if I could use it, but I don't think I can. No. Bopped that fish right on the head. I feel like that weed isn't usually there. I feel like there also isn't usually a weed there as well. Right, so I'm kind of expecting the trip to the mine to go not the way I want it, with the fact that some of the weeds are in bizarre places already. Okay, if I put all the items away instead of just leaving the watering can in my backpack, I'll have room for all the different types of seeds I need for this moment, and then I can just bring out the watering can tomorrow when I get my sickle as well. Okay, I'm going to do the tree last because that's kind of the least important one to do at the moment. And for whatever reason, planting planting a tree takes away a lot of stamina, but I imagine it does, so probably not question planting trees. By the way, the fact that I passed out there is actually perfectly fine. You do get a note from it, so that's not like a time loss or anything. Although actually it probably will look like a time loss on my PB because I don't think I got the passing out note in this part of my PB. I either got it during Flower Festival or Spring, I can't remember. So yeah, so if you weren't here for the last run when I explained what the requirements for getting married in this game are, here they are. You need to have 8 hearts with whoever you plan on marrying. So for this run, I'll be marrying Blue. You need the large bed, and in order to get the large bed, you need the level 3 house. And in order to get the level 3 house, you need to have 1 heart with either Joe, Kurt, or Woody. So basically any of the carpenters. And you also need to have 30 notes. So that means 20 of the notes from any percent are gone. Okay, so this is actually a really good day for it to rain. It's not the best day for it to rain, but it's still a good day for it to rain, because all I have to do is sickle this grass. Surprised that actually watered the square I wanted it to then. Okay, well thanks for watching Hydraulics, and thanks for congrats. Right, so I'm already a bit worried that this won't go exactly the way I want, because this won't go exactly the way I want because of because there are a few weeds dotted about that aren't usually where they currently are. So I'm worried that the mine isn't going to be exactly how I'm expecting it, but we'll see. Because I only need 2 things for the mine. I only need a silver ore and a moonstone. I realised a bit too late last one I didn't even need that second moonstone because I can just take the first one into inventory storage with me and duplicate it. In fact, I don't even need to duplicate it. I can just sell one, and then when I exit inventory storage, I'll still have that one for the Firefly Festival. But it's also completely pointless if I get that moonstone if I don't then go to the Firefly Festival, so definitely need to remember that this time. Okay, layout is fine. Silver. Okay, good. Moonstone. Great. And that's what should happen. Okay, so I'm about to do a glitch known as inventory storage. Basically, this glitch is going to allow me to duplicate items. Don't think that was... Nope. Nope. Don't think that was it either. Nope. So I'll be able to tell when I get it, because if I try and swap 2 items around in the menu, they won't. Like so. It's crazy to think though how quickly you can get the 30 notes and how much time is added on just by having to get an extra 20. Because I'm only a third of the way through the notes I'd get in this run. Whereas only being 10 notes in any percent is only a fifth. A lot further behind. But yeah, it's like I was saying in the last one where it's like you just kind of get most of your notes in this run in like clumps at a time, with the exception of probably like the few festivals that happen. No, I should have already cooked that fish. Whoops. Something really like completely not interesting that I've just noticed. I don't think they actually use different voice lines for the whistling, which is like completely expected, I guess. Like you think, well, why would they record separate voice lines for the boy whistling and the girl whistling? Not even voice lines, just sound effects. But I thought, I don't know, because they have like they have separate lines for literally everything else they say or do. So in a way, it almost makes sense for them to have separate whistling sound effects. Right, so what I'm doing now is now that I'm out of inventory storage and I can actually buy things again without them disappearing into nothingness. Is I just gone ahead and bought some, what's it called? Some corn that I'm going to befriend Joe with. Because as I mentioned earlier, in order to get the level 3 house upgrade, you need to have at least one heart with either Joe, Kurt or Woody. So the easiest to befriend out of them is Joe, because you can just buy corn and he loves it. Luckily, there are also a few things that you want to do at the carpenters. So I also want to buy a second house. So because inventory storage also just gives you loads of money, I can use that loads of money to get a few notes. I say a few notes, you get the very rich note from it, and this one. Like, I think you'd get... I think you're able to use the money to get a few more notes in any percent. I just remembered it was Thursday and it was their day off, so I didn't need to go outside that day. Caught myself just before I went outside. Yeah, so from this point on, pretty much most of the run is going to be befriending people. There's like a small portion, I guess, comparatively, is that the right word? Let's say it is. Maybe it's just relatively, I don't know. I only befriend Bob and Ellen for a bit, but you befriend Blue for quite a bit. The run's going pretty fine so far. Nothing has really, like, happened. I guess the thing with marriage runs in this game, the biggest things that can go wrong is something to do with the notes. Because I guess the worst thing that could happen with befriending anyone is that you just give them the wrong gift, or like you actually accidentally give someone a gift meant for someone else or something. Okay, wanted to play a little bit safer there because that didn't look. That looked like it was going to be a bit risky. Hey Naime, thanks for the words of encouragement. How are you doing today? Yeah, I've been streaming for quite a while today. But yeah, I'm gonna try and take streaming. I kind of want to say, I guess, a bit more seriously, but that doesn't feel exactly right. I kind of want to get back into it because, like, I wasn't able to stream that much towards the end of last year, and then I tried to start streaming again, like, end of January, early February, and then I just stopped streaming for a couple months. But I do enjoy speedrunning and I do enjoy streaming, so I do actually want to, like, try and do it consistently instead of just very on and off. I had a feeling today was going to be a Thursday, so I already knew what I was going to do if it was. So yeah, so for whatever reason, because of where they placed the watering hole, and this may be like exclusive to the Riverside plot, because I don't know exactly where the houses get put. If you start with the village plot or the sea plot, but because of where the house is positioned on the Riverside plot, you can't actually upgrade your house to level 3 unless you move the watering hole. Okay, so tomorrow should be the last day of befriending Bob and Ellen. But because I'm marrying Blue, it won't be the last day of befriending him. Okay, so this is going to be a cutscene with Ellen, because I don't know whether there's like I assume there must be like a specific order they come in, because unless I've messed something up, I've almost always gotten Ellen to visit first. Okay, so up until this point, because I've also had to be befriending Bob and Ellen, And because there's no chance of Ellen being outside on days she works, unless I guess you wait really long, but even then I don't think there is. Because I only have to befriend Blue now, if any day where I'm going to give him a gift, if he's outside, that's a small time save. I don't know how much of a time save it is, it's probably only like 5 seconds or something like that. But it's definitely, it's a time save nonetheless, so I want as many of those days as possible. Nice. Continuing the fact that I've tripped in every single run I've done today. But that's the first time I've tripped on something that wasn't the grass on Blue Sky Ranch. So I'll count that as a minor victory. Okay, it's about a minute time save here, which is good. Wouldn't really be able to tell you where I saved that minute from, but saved a minute, so may as well take that and go with it. And here's Bob. So I think I'll probably have like 15 notes, or roughly 15 notes at this point, which means I'm halfway done with the note requirement. Oh yes, see this is good luck. That's actually really good luck because Joe was down there and Blue's out here. So now the next time I need to give Joe corn will be when I order the house upgrade. So I don't need to worry about Joe at all now. Because in this game people don't like lose affection with you if you just ignore them. said day off. Completely forgot. So I don't actually need to buy that much milk because I can just duplicate it when I go into inventory storage, but I do want a bit of milk so I can kind of have a bit more leeway when I go into inventory storage. Well, not leeway, but leeway as to when I go into inventory storage, I suppose. Okay, he's not on 4 just yet, but he's probably only got like a day or so, like 1 or 2 items left until he's on 4, which means he's almost halfway through. I'll actually remember to split this time, because I didn't in my last run. Okay. So it's on 4 hearts, that means I need 16. Yeah, 16 items from now. That's the shells, that's not. You can go to the bottom for organizational purposes. Right, I think those might be all the items I need for inventory storage. Don't think that was it. Nope. Come on. That definitely wasn't it. Oop. Ah, this is going really poorly. Wow, he said, okay, no, that actually worked that time. Okay. Right, yeah, so this is the one weather day you do in a marriage run, and you only do one weather day because of how much you can get done during it. I should have actually done this on a Thursday. Oh, but then the next Thursday would have been a festival, and that wouldn't. Actually, no. I probably could have done it on a festival. Actually, I don't see why not. Actually, no, it's fine because I can just go to what's his name? Blue at the end of the day. That's fine. Okay, and this is slightly different to the strategy you use in any percent. So in any percent you use you just pick up weeds and put them in the bin. In this it's just a lot quicker to just bin any infinite items you have on you. So earlier in the stream we were talking about notes that were a bit bizarre to get in casual play. I think actually the bin note would be a weird one in casual, like playing the game casually, because the only time I can ever actually imagine you using the bin is if you like fished up rubbish or something. Because yeah, I just can't imagine why you would bin like anything else. Like even weeds don't particularly make sense to bin because you can just put them straight back on the floor and they just disappear. So, yeah, so this day is like where you probably get a good chunk of notes from, because there's the 2 you get from shipping milk and eggs, there's the bin note, brushing and bell, whistling, stationary, and then the actual weather note itself. And that was what, 7 or 8 notes you get in a day? Crazy. exactly sheet. Speaking of the stationary note though, that's exactly what I'm going to get now, which is a note you get for just standing still for an in-game hour and a half, which is probably not even like a minute. Maybe it's a minute, I don't know. And now the only other note I need to get today is the whistling note. Well, it isn't just the whistling note, I also do need to get the, I still need to stay out for the weather note itself, but I mean, once I get this note, I just have to, all I have to do is wait. Okay, so that's the cloud note. Right, so if I remember correctly, he just hit 4. So that would have been 16 left, so 15 left. So I just need to put 14 in the fridge. Let's do one more just to be safe. Right. I actually just want to quit out for a sec so I can actually save with definitely enough money. So I've done this. If I've done this right and counted correctly, when I load in, I should get the diary note, which is for saving 30 times. Yep. And because I've reloaded, I'm also no longer in inventory storage. So assuming I don't either forget them or mess them up somehow, the final two notes are both festivals, the Boat Sailing Festival and the Firefly Festival, which are both splits. So actually I think what's likely to happen is because of days off and because of festival days, I'll meet the requirement for 30 notes quite a few days before he'll be on 8 hearts. Which isn't really a problem, like yeah, you just want to be on 30 notes before he gets to 8 hearts. I guess it doesn't really matter how soon before it is, just as long as you have 30 notes before. Okay, so silence means today's the Boat Sailing Festival. Oh wait, no, it means I've got him on 5 hearts, of course. I'm confused because it's either like, I think it's like the day before the Boat Sailing Festival or something. It's like really close to it, so I just kind of assumed. Yeah, it's the day before the Boat Sailing Festival, so I assumed it was. Which means today is the Boat Sailing Festival. Okay, so I don't know how far or behind I am compared to my PB. I have no reason to believe I've lost any time. So maybe that's wishful thinking, I don't know. But I guess we'll see how far ahead I am at the Firefly Festival, because I did actually go to that festival in my PB. Really? Couldn't have stormed tomorrow instead? I wouldn't have minded storming tomorrow because tomorrow's their day off. Had to storm on the Wednesday. Okay, good. Haven't forgotten festival this time, which means all of the notes have worked out as they should, which means it's looking like it's going to be a good run. Yeah, I think I should PB at this point, like, because I haven't messed any of the notes up, and in every run I've done prior to this, I've somehow messed a note up. Yeah, I think this should definitely PB. The only way it won't PB, hopefully not jinxing this here, but the only way it won't PB is if like I get ridiculously bad luck on rock climbing minigame, and by ridiculous bad luck I mean like I actually like lose the rock climbing minigame or something. Okay, still only on 6, so there's quite a few days left. Okay, it's the Firefly Festival. Still going to be ahead. But it looks like I'll probably, like, I won't even be like a minute ahead. Nice. Okay, 13 seconds isn't really much to worry about, because you can either put that down to just like small amounts of luck, or just like inconsistencies in routing. So doing something in a different split or something like that. Still only on 6. Okay. Okay, another storm, but this time it's on a Thursday, so I can live with that. Okay, so he's just got on 7, which means there are 4 days left. Oh well, 4 days of gift giving left. I don't think I'll be able to propose before the actually no, hopefully what'll happen is, I don't actually know if it can happen, but hopefully what'll happen is I'll get the rock climbing minigame on the 24th, which is a festival. I don't know if you can get, or I don't know if like Theo can come to your house and explain to you all that stuff on a festival day. But if you can, then I think that's when I should get it. Today will be on Monday, so yeah. I'm gonna see if I can order the bed without having like actually made the house extension. Oh wait, no, I haven't given him the last piece of corn, of course. I got really worried for a second. So I have to wait for the house extension to actually go through in order to buy the furniture. Which is dumb. Because I can't buy it tomorrow because it's their day off. But I should then be able to buy it the day after, on the 23rd. But in order to potentially get the cutscene on the 24th, I'd have to go home instead of just sleeping straight away. Yeah, see, this would be when it would be useful to actually have the large bed, but nope. Right, so this should be the last gift. He should now be on 8 hearts. Yep. So that means I just have to go to the carpenters, buy the large bed, place the large bed, and then Theo will come around and tell me about bluebirds and stuff. The only thing I'm not 100% certain about is if he will actually come tomorrow, because of the fact that it's a festival. Like, I hope he does, because I don't care about the fact that it's a festival, because I'm not going to that one. But that doesn't necessarily say the game feels the same way. But I guess we'll find out. That's a good sign. Yep, okay, cool. Right, so I probably won't get sub 130, and I'm not 100% necessarily sure if that's possible. I'd like it to be possible, but I don't know if it is. But I should almost definitely PB this run. Especially if I get a rock climbing minigame that's like as good as the one I got in the previous run. Because that was a ridiculously good rock climbing minigame. Okay, wind right at the beginning, already not a great start. especially considering it's not an updraft. Yeah, okay, there was no way I was going to dodge that one. Of course, I finally get an updraft and I have to dodge a bunch of rocks. Okay. Not the best, but, you know. Definitely not the worst, because I have actually failed that minigame before. Yeah, that wasn't that good of a rock climbing minigame, unfortunately. It definitely wasn't anywhere near as good as the one I got in the previous run, which is irritating, because the previous run was absolute trash, but the rock climbing minigame was insane, because it was just go up. Yeah, at least I got to the top. I just thought, where did all that confetti come from? Yeah, this rock climbing didn't go so well, unfortunately, but definitely wasn't anywhere near as good as the previous run. Well, you're just in time for the end of the run. No, it doesn't. So once you finish the rock climbing minigame and it returns to like regular gameplay, you're just holding the blue feather. So this will probably be about 2.5 minutes, I reckon. I would have said 3, but I know how long it takes for you characters to walk up and down the aisle. Welcome back, Go-Go. Just in time for the end of the run. I don't know if you get the rock climbing minigame note when you leave the house. I don't know if you can even pause before you get that one. My biggest worry about that, about pausing and then Zed sleeping before you get the note, would be more so the fact that you have the blue feather in your hand. Actually, no. I guess because I think it counts as like a tool. So yeah, so I'm assuming because it counts as a tool. If you go to sleep with the tool in your hand, then yeah, it puts it away when you dead sleep. Yeah, no, that's what I was mistaking it with. So yeah, so it'll probably be fine. Or if you could even do that, I don't know. Not even 2.5 minutes, just 2 minutes. Okay. That's still good though, a 2-minute PB. I'm not entirely sure why I've decided that the split for the marriage runs is when you actually get the marriage note. But I have. So that's it.